Hey guys, Nary here from DrakeWingGaming, so if you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with another Let's Play episode of Echo. Alright, so I finished the current build of Dawn Course. I'm waiting for Dawn Course and Psychic Connections to be updated before jumping back in, so we're doing more Echo to fill the time. I'm actually really enjoying this, so please join me in the next episode. Alright, so when we left off, we were at a water park, we were going on rides, so we've been standing in line for like 2 hours, and we're just having a little exchange. Alright, here we go. His tufted ears have been poking straight up the entire time, muzzle giving an occasional twitch. I lean over to him. You know, there's an exit over there for people who, change their mind. I'll bet you could slip out without anyone knowing. Looks like not all of us are even going to be riding the same train. TJ stares straight ahead, clutching onto the railing. I can see his sharp claws unsheathed, pressing into the metal and chipping away some of the red paint. No, I'm fine. You sure? Yep, perfectly fine. Well, we're in the middle, which is the best place to be if you don't like the roller coaster. Yeah. I really wanted to be able to get TJ to skip the ride, but it seems like he's pretty determined to do it, for some reason. Finally, our train comes along, and I step in as two laughing and panting hyenas step out. Oh my god, that was the most intense! Holy shit, dude, I know. I never get scared on rides. I almost fucking pissed myself. I do a quick check of the seat to make sure there isn't any actual piss before sitting down. I look up and see TJ standing on the edge of the platform, his eyes wide, one foot stuck out to get on. No, don't get on, little guy. TJ? A bored-looking teenage fox comes by to check my lap bar, and I stick out my paw. Hey, wait, TJ, you getting on? The fox goes from looking bored to mildly annoyed. If you're getting on, you need to get on now. We can't hold up the entire ride for you, sir. The exit's that way where other adventures await. People around us are starting to notice. Unfortunately, Flynn, who is lined up with Carl towards the back, is paying very close attention, grinning like he knew this was going to happen. Ah, TJ, too scared? I guess you're a pussy after all. Shut up, Flynn. Hey, TJ, when it gets real bad, just say to yourself, at least I'm not gonna die. Actually, a few people have... TJ! I yell up at him, and that seems to jar TJ out of his trance. He almost falls into the car as he stumbles into it, fumbling with his shoulder restraints before the fox attendant sighs and leans down to do it for him. I can see the red on the insides of TJ's ears as he blushes, and I feel my own ears burn a little from secondhand embarrassment. Now that it's too late, I realize that we shouldn't have started with this ride. We should have started with something smaller to build up his confidence. I'm jolted back as the train moves forward. Oh gosh! TJ's paw lashes out and latches onto my arm. Oh no, why am I doing this? I reach over to try and move his paw from my arm and back onto the handle on his shoulder restraints. TJ, hold on to that. My arm, you're gonna... Chase, quiet! I pause, staring at the links. I'm really not used to hearing TJ yell. He's almost puffed out to twice his size. I just need some quiet right now, and Our train begins to ascent up the first hill, and I can feel TJ's claws pricking through my fur into the skin. He starts mumbling quietly to himself, his eyes closed. TJ, are you praying? He doesn't say anything, and soon we've reached the apex of the climb. I give up on trying to move his paw and sit back, a little nervous myself. I really, really hope TJ doesn't just completely lose it. I rinsed the blood off my arm in a dirty theme park bathroom. That wasn't as bad as I thought it could have been, though TJ did start crying when we hit the first inversion. He had scratched the shit out of my forearm, grabbing it with both paws once we started the descent. Unfortunately, Flynn and Carl were still on the platform when we rolled back into the boarding station. Flynn looked ready to lay into TJ again, but when he saw the tears he had the decency to hold back. I helped the shaking links out of the car, and somehow he managed to stumble into the bathroom where he quickly hid in a stall. Poor little guy. I should have forced him out of the exit. He'd always had anxiety problems, though I think we all believed it was a childhood thing that he'd gotten over. I don't know if he still takes medication. Hey, TJ? Yeah? We should probably get back. Leo texted me that they're all waiting by the ride. Yeah, I'll be out in a second. The cheerfulness in his voice is forced. I ignore the weird looks I'm getting from the other people in the bathroom and instead inspect my arm. The scratches are pretty superficial, so the bleeding has stopped. No one would notice it under the thick fur, even if it's tender as hell. I hear the stall door open behind me, and through the mirror I see TJ come out. He sees me looking over my arm, and his face crumples up again. Chase, I'm sorry. Is it bad? I really don't want him to start crying again. TJ cried a lot when he was a kid, almost every day, and even at 19, it seems like he's still pretty susceptible. Poor little guy. It's fine. It doesn't hurt. Well, that's good. We stand there awkwardly for a few seconds. Then I air out my shirt, which was starting to stick to my sweaty body. Listen, it's honestly getting way too hot for me to wait in lines all day. I think I'd rather just sit down and watch some shows or something. Oh, yeah? Yeah, you want to do that with me? TJ's ears come up a little, and he clutches his paws together, the fidgeting subsiding a bit. Yeah, Chase, I think that'll be fun. I can tell he's at least a little relieved. We both head out back towards the ride, and I spot the four of them waiting by the exit. I furrow my brows. I spot Carl crouched on the ground, Jenna kneeling next to him and rubbing his back. Hey, everything all right? Jenna looks up, a sympathetic smile on her face. Carl's not feeling too good. You want to sit on a bench or something? If I move, I'm gonna... That's what you get for stuffing your face right before the ride. You think they sell ginger pills here, or ginger ale at least? A joint would be nice. There's some vendors over there. I'll go check. I'm actually kind of glad everyone's preoccupied with Carl right now. Take some of the heat off of TJ. Let's move you to a bench. It'll be better if you're sitting down. Slowly, Jenna and Leo lift Carl up, and now I can see from his face that he really is ill. To the average person, our little outing might already seem like a disaster, but this is perfectly typical for us. Nothing ever went according to plan. I'll go ahead and save it. We sit Carl down at a bench, and he bends over, his face in his hands as he moans softly. Ugh. TJ comes back with a medium-sized cup in his paws. He sits next to Carl. No ginger ale, but they did have some lime soda. Carl takes it and sips a bit of it before sitting back and belching. Ugh, fuck it. I'm done, guys. What? What are you gonna do all day? Sit there? Actually, me and Chase are gonna go see some shows. You can come with us. Guys, we were doing this to hang out with each other, remember? Leave him. We're wasting time. Flynn turns and walks off, his hands shoved in his pockets, hunched like a stone gargoyle. He definitely looked the part, being a lizard. Damn, that was probably a bit speciesist. Well, we all have our phones. Text us, alright? Sure. Jenna turns and follows Flynn, but Leo hesitates a moment. He looks at me before eventually turning to follow Flynn and Jenna. 5 minutes later, Carl's stomach settles to the point where he's able to get up and walk. At this point, I'm completely wiped out and I just want to sit down. I point out the first stage we see and they agree. I sigh gratefully when I sit down. You look tired as shit. I crack an eye open to see Carl giving me a sidelong glance. I don't sleep very well in motel beds. I actually woke up around 2. You were gone. When I realize I start to yawn. Sorry about that, guys. Now TJ's looking at me too, and I feel my gut clench for a second. Yeah, I tried to go for a walk down the street. Hoped it would help me get tired. Well, if that happens again, you can just walk over to my house. I'm up like 3 every night. Wow. Why? Carl shrugs, leaning back and sticking his hooves up against the chair in front of him, earning him a dirty glance from its occupier. Games, mostly. Sometimes I read. Carl rubs his chin, opening his muzzle, closing it, then opening it again. You know, it would be pretty cool if you spent the night one of these days. That house can be creepy as hell when you're the only one in it. You're alone? Yeah, parents are vacationing in the regal paradise. Having a bloody good time, they tell me. Carl tries to put on an accent, but doesn't do a very good job of it. Oh, did you want to go with them? Carl blows a raspberry, laughing. Not really. Mom told me right away that weed isn't legal there either, so I took that as them not wanting me to come along. Oh. They did say that the chocolate there is real, whatever that means, and that they'd bring me some. I guess I'm not enough of a fat ass yet. Come on, Carl. But, dude, I'm getting there. Soon all I'll have to do is stand in front of the mirror, block out my face, and jerk it to my moobs. I make a dumb snorting, croaking sound, and I can feel TJ looking at the two of us disapprovingly. Not the hardest thing to do when you're high. Wait, so you've actually done it? Carl shrugs, smirking at me. I reach out and grab his chest. From what I can tell, there's a pretty firm set of pecs under there. Carl puts a mock horrified look on his face. Sexual assault! He touched my breast! Oh, whatever, Carl. They're harder than mine. So now we're teenage girls in the locker room comparing racks. Hey, you're the one that brought up tits. You know what? I can see it. Yeah. You're the hot, preppy one everyone likes. I'm the big fat chick you're all nice to, but call Big Thunder Mountain behind her back. And TJ hadn't been paying attention, distracted with watching some dancers come on stage. He looks innocently at us. Huh? You're the cute, naive Christian chick that only takes it up the butt so as to stay a virgin. What? Let me feel your boobies. I want to compare. What the fuck is this conversation? What in the world are you No! Small but perky. After a few seconds of tussling and Carl getting smacked in the nose by TJ, somebody shushes us from behind and we're forced into silence. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, this is so weird. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this episode. Yeah, this is getting really funny. But I heard this is really mainly horror mystery, so it's really cool to establish a dynamic between the characters in the main group first. That really sets up some interesting situations for later. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And check out the end of build video for Dawn Chorus today. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!